Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 27 of the Land of Saurus. And after last episode's catastrophe of an episode, that one was really upsetting because just I was trying to do a couple of small projects and everything kept going wrong. I kept dying, and guardians kept flopping about all over the place. But yeah, for the first thing that I'd like to do in this episode, because now I would like to just do a couple of small projects to just generally improve the quality of my base and make things a little bit easier. This iron farm has been producing ridiculous quantities of iron. Like, I have so much iron, I don't know, like, I cleared everything out quite recently and it's starting to fill up again. Poppies are going everywhere. It's just really annoying. So I think what I need to do is I need to set up a bit of a room down here. And that'll be like a long-term storage unit, essentially, that'll have lots of room in it, and will filter out all of the poppies for us as well, so we don't have to worry about getting rid of the poppies later. Maybe just dump them directly into fire, or maybe I'll set up my own little poppy storage system as well. I don't know what I'll ever use hundreds upon hundreds of or thousands upon thousands of poppies for, but maybe I'll be able to find a use for it. I'll never have to think about red or pink dye or anything like that again. But to get started, I do have a very large quantity of iron on me, because I kind of figured that if I was going to build something, I might as well use as much iron as possible. So we've got pretty much a double chest of iron blocks here. So I'm going to build this structure pretty much out of iron. But first thing I need to do is make room for this structure. So what I will probably do, because a lot of this land is going to have to get torn up anyway, and it needs to be at Y levels 64, which is quite a bit lower, and I don't really want to have this thing just sitting in the sky. Or maybe I should have it sitting in the sky. Actually, yeah, I think I will have it sitting in the sky. I can't make up my mind. Anyway, I'm going to build a room and figure out what dimensions I want this room to be in, and then we'll start looking at trying to get all of the drops into a storage system. And just for the short term, while we're sorting out this storage system, we've removed the redstone torches that were powering this section, so we can stop our good friend Haku here from running around the storage system while we try to set up, because we don't want items flowing in whilst we're doing this as well. So hopefully I don't forget to get this thing running again. Okay, so we've pretty much emptied out these chests. Now to just knock all of these chests out, and all of their poppy seeds, and all of these hoppers as well. Okay, so now we've got all of these chests and all of these hoppers with us, and a bunch of poppy seeds that I really just can't be asked carrying around in my inventory, so I'm just going to throw all of these out over here. Now we have to try and figure out a design for our storage system, and as I said as well, I want to make it primarily out of these iron blocks. So I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to want to do this, and I think it's probably going to be better if the room comes in this way. So that way, you know, we take up less room. So at the very least, I am going to need to remove these hoppers. But what I'll do is I'll just chuck this down first, and then see if I can fly up here. I'm not very good at flying. And then try to land in the water. Hey, there we go. And then we need to get our hoppers out as well. And I'd probably, I guess, only need 2 hoppers now if I'm changing up how this system works. So let's just do that quickly and get a couple of hoppers in like that. And then, guess if we replace this and this, we'd need to replace it with glass, and I've got glass down here. So let's get out glass. Alright, again, back with the flying. And see if we can land in the water again. Yes, we can, because we are excellent flyers, apparently. So block that up, and then when we come back down here, we can get rid of all of this. And there we go. Oh, we really shouldn't be messing around in the dark like this as well. We're going to get messed up pretty quick. I'm pretty sure I have a bed over this way, so I'm going to go look for that and then try to go to sleep. Okay, so I think I've set up a very basic little storage system here. That's the redstone if you're interested. There's also a redstone torch just over there. I can't remember where I got this design from. It's been around for a while. So yeah, I'm not really sure about that. But what I can say is that if iron comes into here, it will come into this stream, and this one, like I'll need more. Essentially, it'll wait until it gets to 41, but all the iron goes into that one. And then the same with poppy. Any poppy seeds that fall down around this area, they'll all fall into there. So once a certain amount comes through, it means all the poppies will start coming out in this direction, and all of the iron will start coming out in this direction. So then we can build a room based around that. So now the next thing for me to do is to actually build a room. Yeah, and I'm going to build this room out of iron, and yeah, so I'll probably put the wall starting here, and yeah, I'll get started on that now. Okay, so I've started setting up a basic room, but first what I want to do is I want to check if this sorting system is in fact working as we would like. So we're going to have to try and get up here somewhere and replace the... Oh, I'm really bad at this sort of thing. Where are we? Okay, let's just see if we can glide over peacefully onto this platform. Excellent. Alright, and now all we need to do is reactivate all of these. We're going to try and get over there. Yep, and then if we just give him a little push. There we go. And now we should start producing all of that good stuff once again. And if we've done everything correctly, we will have all of the... come on, make it. Yes. Ah, damn it. We'll have all of the iron coming out of one of these chests coming out that way, or the poppy will... I think all the poppy seeds come out that way, and all of the iron comes out that way. And then we can just build a room that can theoretically extend all the way across here and have as much iron as we want. Oh, that was... I'm really not used to all of this flying. There we go. But yeah, let's just see if that is in fact... Well, we're not going to know for a little while, but if we start seeing... Oh, we are seeing iron in there. So that is good news. I'm guessing we've already got the 41 iron that we need in that spot. I've already blocked off all of the... Oh, there we go. We've got a poppy in that one. Okay, it looks like it is working very well indeed. Alright, so I'm going to start building this room then. Then we'll have a nice big iron room that will be filled to the brim with chests all along this side and poppies all along this side. Alright, so this is the basic concept. So all the poppies go out that way, obviously. The iron comes out that way, and then we just drag it along to this section here, and then I'll have to fix up these at some point, but then we can have chests lining up the sides here. And then when that gets full, it'll go over to the next. Actually, it'll probably work its way from the front to the back, I think, is the way that it'll go. But yeah, then we just do that on this side, and then we can just keep extending this out for as far as we need. In that way, we don't have to worry about, you know, sorting through the poppies. All the poppies are going to go to where they need to go. All of the iron is going to go to where it needs to go, and we can just, yeah, keep extending this out indefinitely, really. But there's only a certain amount of storage that we're going to need, because once we get too much iron anyway, we're just going to end up turning them into iron blocks. So I'm probably going to make a large iron block storage system at the back as well. So that's going to be more of a manual thing, where I just, like, you know, come over here every now and then, turn everything from iron ore into iron blocks, and then store them as a long-term storage place over here. So we know that if I ever need iron blocks, I can just come over to this room. And look, I have half a mind to set up a nether portal here, but then there's that nether portal over there, which is a bit close. So I think it should be fine just to have this whole thing set up like this for the time being. And yeah, that's just going to make this whole section a little bit easier for us, and make it a lot easier so we don't have to come back here as frequently as well, because we can just make this storage system as big as we like. Alright, and this is the entirety of the room that I've got set up. Of course, if I feel like I need more storage later, I can just keep extending out, but for the time being, this is all I think I really need. We have, what is this, 50 double chests worth of storage on both sides for both poppies and iron. Actually, I might just chuck a couple of crafting tables down here, because I'm going to use those a lot for the purposes of making the iron blocks. I could also put some chests along here to store the iron blocks, I guess, but at the moment I am sort of out of wood, so that might be something that I'll come back and do later. But for the most part, I think this project is done. I mean, like, eventually it will fill up, but it's going to take this thing a while to fill up 50 double chests worth of iron and 50 double chests worth of poppy. And if I get that far, then I'm just going to turn it into iron blocks. I'm probably not going to bother extending it out at any point, unless I decide to add in another storage unit underneath, where I can just pop the pop the iron into some chests or something, and then they'll go into a further larger storage unit underneath of just iron blocks. But at the moment, I'm pretty content with this, and to just leave it as it is. We've got our little entrance to fly in through as well. So yeah, this is something that I've been needing to do for a little while, so I'm glad that I've got this sorted. So anyway, on with the next project. So the next thing on my agenda is to start removing a lot of this glowstone, because I don't think really glowstone matches with this build, and I only ever used it just as a placeholder really for sea lanterns. So I'm going to go along my base here, and I'm going to remove all of this glowstone, and I'm going to replace it all with sea lanterns. And that works a lot better, because you can place the sea lanterns in with the white rose, so they melt in better than what it does with the black rose. So I'm going to work on that for a little bit now, I think, and I'm going to try and get all of these sea lanterns put in place. Okay, so I have now replaced all of that glowstone with iron. With sea lanterns now. So we've got sea lanterns all in here. I've made this a hell of a lot trippier. This looks really cool in my opinion. I really love going up this water elevator again. It was getting a bit old before, but now I love it again. And I've replaced all the glowstone down here as well, and just changed all of the glowstone pretty much to sea lanterns, now that we've got a healthy supply of sea lanterns coming in. And I've put sea lanterns all on the corners along this this tunnel as well, just to make everything look much more pretty, I think. And then obviously, you know, when I extend this tunnel out even further, you know, this design will remain as it is. So yeah, that's that job done. It didn't take me too long to get all of this worked out, so I'm feeling really good about this place now. I feel a bit better now that it's sea lanterns, because I think the glowstone was just way too noisy. It really clashed, so this is much more classy, I think. But anyway, let's see what else I need to do in this world, just as like a little chore that we could fix up a little bit. Alright, so the next thing on my list to do is to get ourselves a good quantity of obsidian stored up. So I'm going to set up a beacon right here on the top of this this thing here. Let's see if we can land on here without falling in. And yeah, I'm gonna try and get myself a decent quantity of obsidian stored up, because we're gonna need a whole bunch of obsidian for the next thing that I want to do. So I'm going to get that sorted out, and then I'll work on that part, the next part. Alright, so I've set the beacon up there now. We have our efficiency 5 pickaxe and a haste 2 beacon going on, so hopefully we should be able to get a decent amount of obsidian relatively quickly. Okay, so we've taken out a reasonable amount of obsidian now, and that's going to go towards a project that I'm working on in the nether. So I'm going to extend out my nether portals now, I think, a whole bunch. That's sort of the idea. I want to make a grid, so for those of you who don't know this already, this portal here is 125 blocks to the south of 0, 0 in the nether. And that's because equals 1,000 blocks in the overworld. And we have the same pretty much heading up in the opposite direction. So if we head off into the opposite direction, we have 1,000 blocks heading north. And I need to make a few more rooms. I want to do 1,000 blocks to the east and 1,000 blocks to the west as well. So we'll have north, south, east, and west. So if I just come up to the central room, so we'll have north, south, east, and west. I still need to bring, like, there's a portal down here, but that's for the Stronghold. A little bit closer will actually need to be a portal to whatever's 1,000 blocks to the west, which I'm pretty sure is just desert region. And then I'm going to fill in the corners as well, and then I'm going to connect everything up. So it's kind of a largish project, but it's fairly monotonous, so I won't record too much of me doing that project. But you'll see what I mean in a few moments. So then we'll have 9 nether portals that connect to each other in a fairly large area. So, you know, we'll pretty much be covering, there'll be 1 nether portal every 1,000 blocks essentially in the overworld from this center point. So I am going to get started on working on that. The first one that I'm going to do is set up the one to the east, actually, because that one I've already constructed most of the tunnel. So then I just have to build a portal at 125 and then build a little bit of a room around it. So that one's nice and easy to do. So I'm going to start on that one first. Alright, so we have now set up our nether portal over here to the east. So what, if I face north, heading over this way, okay, sorry, to the west actually. Yeah, so this is our western portal. And then, yeah, this is exactly 1,000 blocks west of our 0, 0 point. So then all I need to do is light these up. I've already, oh, geez, that wasn't lighting it up. And I've already set up the portal on the other side of the nether. So if we just pass through here, then we should get directly into here, which is perfect. And then for a little further down here, we have our Stronghold Portal as well. So if I just fly through here real quick and get over to this one. So this is the 0, 0 room. We have our north portal up that way, our west portal over that way, and our south portal. And it looks like there's a ghast that spawned in there. So let's see if we can kill him. There we go. And he hasn't destroyed anything. Excellent. So yeah, now we're going to do the... I keep forgetting which way is north and south, but that way is north. That way is south. So now we're going to do our eastern portal. And then we're going to fill in the corners, and then we're going to connect up all the corners as well. So now I'm going to get started on working on this eastern one. Okay, so I'm out here on the east side now. I have ran out of glass, it would seem, as well, which is slightly annoying. So, I'm probably going to need to get a hell of a lot of glass to actually finish everything off as well, especially if I want to do the corner ones. In fact, I probably won't do the corner ones in this episode. I might just leave it at the north, south, east, and west ones, in which case this will be the last one. But let's see where exactly this ends up putting us in the world. So we'll just pop through this portal quickly. It should end up making us a new portal. And we have been placed... Okay, and this could be pretty cool because I think this is the Savannah Plateau. Yeah, this biome is absolutely awesome. I really, really love this biome. So I am super glad that we now have a nether portal that's going to connect us out to here whenever we want to come out here, because this is a particularly cool looking biome, and I've already... Yeah, oh yeah, cool. It's not too far out from the plains biome there. Now where on earth did that nether portal go? There it is. Okay, cool. Alright, well, I'm going to set up the proper other side for it now, because this isn't going to be the best location for it. But yeah, that will be our 4 main biomes then completed. Whoa, we got some phantoms out here. Excellent. I need some membranes, so that suits me just fine. But yeah, this is probably gonna go alright, I reckon. Get back here, you stupid... Sorry, I'm getting distracted by these phantoms. Oh man, I got such shit aim. Come on. There we go. So yeah, I'm going to build up the proper connection to this. Oh, geez. Then there was a creeper as well. Far out. Everything's just exploding and attacking me right now. So yeah, then I'm just going to make another connection here and connect those 2 portals up. And then, yeah, that'll be that project done for the day once I get the glass in as well, I think. Okay, and this is the official location for this portal as well. And I really, really like this biome. It's such a nice biome. But yeah, so that's the north, the south, the east, and the west fully completed now. With the exception of the glass, I've got to go smelt up a bunch of glass and put all that in. But once I finish that, so I'll finish up this room and clear out this tunnel as well, finish up this tunnel, and then we'll get started on another project, I guess. Alrighty, so we have now completed the pathway over to the west side of our portal. There's a gust shooting at us in here as well. I need to figure something out along these regards. Will that smash glass? Okay, well, it will smash, yes, it will smash glass. Okay, well that's just annoying. But anyway, so this is this path completed. I'm gonna have to think of a way to try and stop ghasts from spawning in here, because I have unfortunately made it a little bit too big now, I'm concerned, but I like the size of it, so I don't exactly want to sacrifice on that. Let's see how much damage was done up here as well. Yeah, you took out a bit of glass over here. So I obviously want to make this a safe place to travel around in and not have to worry about ghasts coming along and blowing things up all the time. But other than the ghast explosions, I think this is all I'm really going to have time for today. So thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate your support. If you liked the video, feel free to subscribe. All subscriptions and likes and comments and all that kind of stuff, it helps. And if you'd like your very own tree planted in subscriber forest as well, be sure to subscribe and I'll get that to you in the next episode. But until then, thank you so much for watching and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Bye bye.